The point of Haiti Sings is basically to use music, just one part of Haitian culture, to try to share people's stories throughout the world, and also to lift some people up in Haiti out of the situation that they're in right now.
Moi j'étais le tremblement de terre là, moi j'étais dans 7e étage, moi j'étais tombé, moi c'est là moi j'étais tombé ici.
What we do is we go into communities, developing communities, usually post-disaster or post-conflict, and we find musicians there because we find that musicians have a certain role in their societies of bringing people together. Even if it's in sadness or in trauma, they bring people together in a positive way.
Oh yeah. Oh na 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 na. Oh 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 ooh. Oh na 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 na. Depuis moi, c'est ton film entré, ces affaires.
They needed somebody who spoke French to communicate with the Haitians and also to run a legal rights workshop. We just invited all the musicians and some of their family members. Basically, I just stood up in front of 40 or 50 Haitians and tried to teach them about what I know about contracts and copyright.
Haiti is a society where oral contracts are very prevalent, and so we actually Julia had a little debate with someone about why it was important to have things down in writing, and he said, well, that's not how we do it here, and she said, well, this is why it's a good idea.
We had one woman in particular who I'll never ever forget, Esther. We ended up going to her tent and meeting her entire family, and it was just very sad because they were all living in this one or two tents right next to each other. But that was really a moment where we saw how important music is for Haitians and people living in these types of situations, because the first thing that they did was welcome us with this very hopeful religious song. We have one guy who wrote a song about a girl who was a friend of his. We don't know if it was his girlfriend or who it was, just some girl that he knew, who he lost during the earthquake. And it's just the story of him trying to find her after the earthquake, and it's so moving.
M'écris problème ça non papier puis mettez dans yon enveloppe. Matériel chérie. Après catastrophe ça fin passé, en premier monde moi t'ai pensé. Mais c'était où chérie?
These individual stories, I think, make it a little bit easier to see what it actually is like to be in that situation.
Haiti and Port-au-Prince are not one image, which tends to be the image that you see on TV, on the news, and it tends to always be a negative image, an image of victims. And what we wanted to show going in is that Haiti and Port-au-Prince are complex. The societies are complex, the culture is complex, and the music is complex, and I think we achieved that.
Solidarité, gardez comment Haïti creuse, puis regardez pour commenter. Si mon a prié, comme on a prêté, pas de travail pour comme on a caille, pas de l'argent pour Timonio, pas de l'hôpital pour comme on